Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on this single player world, and what we are doing today is we're going to get started back on some stuff with this mountain. But before I get any further, I just want to thank everyone for the tremendous amount of support that we received on this mountain in the last episode. It was actually, I was thinking we might have been a bit of like on both sides of it, that people might like it, people might not like it too much, but it appears everyone really loved it, and I'm so glad about that. Although I'm always down for criticism, but I think it did turn out just fantastically, and I'm super happy with it. So thank you so much for all the positivity on that, by the way, guys. Now, what we are doing today is we're going to be working on this mountain a bit more, but not in the same respect. We're going to be doing another underground biome, which I mentioned, I think, in the last one, and I think it's going to turn out really good. Although I'm not sure about this one, but you know what? Hey, we can always give it a try. Before we get going on with that, I just want to quickly go over what we've done in our live stream, because there's a little bit of stuff that happened, and I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. And not only that, while we do it, we may as well walk through the area we've just built, which is right around here. Look at that. From here, this area now looks a little bit more complete. I still want to do a little bit of stuff here. It's a very rough thing, but it's just to kind of occupy the area because it didn't look too good since we've done it. We've got 2 new trees, we've got lampposts everywhere, and we've just got a little garden and a few things if you can spot them here and there. But what I want to quickly mention, and by the way, I've just found these. I've been looking for these. I forgot where I left them. What I wanted to mention is next episode is our big world tour episode. It's episode 200. That's just an absolutely insane number to be on right now. It's absolutely crazy, and we're there right now, which is super cool. So I just want to say that we are going to be doing that the next episode, and I am really excited about it. I'm not too sure what we're going to do to make it an extra special one, but I'm feeling like we've got a lot of stuff to show off. So I'm thinking it'll definitely be a bit longer than your average world tour episode. I can only hope it will be, because I'm thinking it's going to be. What we are doing today is I'm going to get started on this piece here, because what I've got currently... Are there any zombies or anything in here? No. I'm so glad I covered that up. So what my plans are, at least, let's discuss these while I get a bit of stuff done, is when we come over here, let's see, we've got this big path, this big water stream or little river coming out from here, and I don't know where this water's coming from. It was previously coming from there, but now we've got nowhere for it to actually come from, and actually, look at that. It's not quite connected. We can connect that just to make it seem a bit more real. But what I have an issue with is the fact that the water starts there and it doesn't go anywhere. So what I want to do, and this is actually where 2 ideas pull in so perfectly together, is going over here. I would like to have a little bit of a cave where you can swim under and go up into an underground ice. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Maybe like an ice cave biome, if that's such a thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of an opening over here. So we'll probably have to take away a bit of this and have water pouring out through this little hole here. And coming out the top here, we're going to have a little waterfall stream coming down. And that's going to be what's filling up that piece over there. Let me deal with this guy quickly. So yeah, that's what's going to be filling up the water that goes out this direction, and that's the plan, at least. I've also got a few interesting ideas of where the water's coming from, because of course that doesn't solve the problem that it's coming from a cave. And my thoughts are that the ice that settles on the roof and on the higher points drips down in quantities enough for the water to be able to pour out that way. That's the thought, at least. And I want to also maybe have a few extra little bits and pieces where there are some gaps where light is coming through from the top, and just stuff along that line, you know what I mean? Like, just thinking like that. So what I want to do now, before I get going with anything, is I'm going to have to dig out this, and I'm going to also have to put in a few spots for the water, so like plan out the level of this, if that makes sense. So plan out where I want the stream to go, and then make a little bit of a cave, because the cave's not going to be right down here. The cave's going to be a little bit higher. And of course, another thing with this is we're not going to have too many plants, but I still think that we could do with maybe a fern or something here and there where the light's coming through onto it. But aside from that, I'm not 100% set on having a big planty area, if that makes sense. Just not having a bunch of greenery. Okay, I'm on my way back here, and I've done a lot of work inside just getting this area sort of planned out. And let's just go for a landing here. Bam. Okay, so what I've got going on here is nothing textured, nothing too much in terms of decorating, but a plan at least for what we need, and just smoothing out the inside of this is quite a large task in its own right. So as we go up here, I'll show you, we'll just take away some of that and maybe put one of these in here. And there we go. You see what I mean? Just smoothing things out like that, small things all over the place, takes quite a bit of time, and it just is a matter of looking and seeing what's going on there. So that's why it takes a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to start thinking about how we're going to get this water here. And that's why we were just flying away from the ice mountain, the mountain where we get our ice from, because we're going to get ourselves... Oh man, where are these zombies coming from? I don't think I've left any spots. Maybe there wasn't anything here. Oh, maybe up there somewhere. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't mind me. Alright, so what I was planning on doing now is just getting a little bit of water planned out here. There. And then, why did I do such annoying things like this? These little gaps like that. I should have really brought a bucket. And a last one over there, I think. Let's check if that'll do it. Nice. Okay, so we want to plan out where this water is coming from. My thought is I want to have a large part of water dripping, like a large... almost like a stalagmite or an icicle or something along those lines, just dropping ice from here. And I'm thinking maybe this height will be good, and we can just do a bit of compressed ice in there, just to kind of get it to be a bit darker on the inside. I hope we can see through the ice enough to be able to do it. Yeah, okay, let's get a little bit of normal ice. So can we see the ice through there? Yeah, we can. Look at that. You can just see the compressed ice in the middle, which I think is quite an accurate thing to have here, because the ice wouldn't have formed immediately, and you would have a little bit of ice that freezes again and again, and it goes a little bit darker like that, and I think that's what we're going for here. So if I go down there again, and there, yeah, I can work with that. I can live with that. Then my next plan was to maybe try a bit of this stuff. So yeah, that's a bit too like off the blue. Let me try some light blue. That's what we're talking about. So just a bit of light blue like that, and that will look so much better. Like there. There. Maybe one dripping off the edge. Does that work? I might take a few away. It's looking a little bit too square. Maybe one of these gone. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So what I want to do is I want to have a bit of water dripping from here. So we'll do maybe a stream coming from the top here and see where it runs. Hopefully it runs pretty cool. I hope it runs alright. And we'll do that there. We can even do it from the inside here. That'll be alright. Almost a magical source of water just coming through there. And where does this go? Okay, so I don't want this to be as wide as this has like become. So we'll put in a torch there, put in one there. So what I want to do is I want to funnel this into a thinner stream. I was kind of hoping for a single stream, and I guess that's my fault for not just doing one planned out this way, but that's alright, we'll come back to this one. Another thing that I was thinking about was water coming from pieces of water stored in the sides of this. So if we do maybe this, we'll take away that and put in these here. There we go, like that. And then we'll also put in some ice around here like that. And as if this is stored on the walls here, and this is where some of the water is dripping out of. Because of course this whole idea is for the water, of course, and we need to explain what's happening outside there. And there we go, that's looking a lot better. Then the last and final one I think we'll put in over here, and maybe I can get rid of this over there and that over there. And we've also got a lot of space left in this mountain to do other things, and I've got plans for that, and I think I've mentioned them before. If not, they'll be a secret, and if you can remember them, then good on you. So let's get the last one in there. No zombies. Good. Alright, and then there. There. And I was speaking about a bit earlier about getting some lighting in here, and I'm thinking that we might not get the lighting in the same way that I had planned it. And that's purely because I don't think we've got a good, clear pathway to the roof with the ability to get a bit of light. I mean, there's the snow, so we could probably get a little bit over there. But overall, I think what we're going to have to do is do some, maybe even sea lanterns, but do some trickery with the ice to get the ice to look like it's irradiating some light at least. And I'm not happy with these guys in here. I'm gonna have to... Whoa! Look at all them! I'm gonna have to do something about this. There we go. Man, they just keep coming. Alright, so the next plan is, of course, we want to get the light in, and I also want to get the texturing of the rocks around here done. Get out of there. And straight back to it. I'm gonna have to fill that gap, because I can't just keep having a zombie arm coming through here. So yeah, what I want to do is maybe just get this path up here fixed up. Oh man, that could be death, because they're all down there. Get this path fixed up over here with the water coming down. I'll get a bit more lighting in here, and then also we'll get the texturing done. So quite a bit of work to do on this. Something else that we achieved in our live stream on last week Tuesday for me, so it's probably Monday for most of you guys. And by the way, the reason why I'm coming and showing you guys what's happening in the live streams is because this is primarily a YouTube world. Remember that. So you guys who might not be able to meet us on the live streams or just hang out with us on the live streams will miss out on a lot of this, and I thought I'd just kind of show you the final product of what's happened. And in here, this is the final product that we saw, but at the end of one of the episodes a while ago, we had this area over here which wasn't finished, and you can see we still have a little bit of stuff to do, but ignore this little mini passageway because I got a cool plan for that. But as we come out of this passageway, we're gonna have to see if we can, we might have to just be a little bit sneaky and trick our way out of here. So one thing is getting out of this passageway. The plan is it's going to be 1 block high the whole way. So we're going to have to use our elytra to sneak out of the prison to get into our big, I don't know, pipe connection thing. And around here, I'm thinking, I like to think of it as a sewerage system in here. But one thing was we added some dead bushes, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. And then we've also got our exit, which I put over here with the manhole. But before we go there, we're going to just have a look at the rest of this tunnel. So it's just a little bit of a tunnel going up here. And the best part about it is that when we get to this part over here, if you guys have been around for a very long time, you'll remember these tunnels. Which, oh, no. Maybe we won't go down, trip down memory lane, and we'll just go straight out. You know, I've never actually had anything spawn in these things, and now that I've come down here to record it, I've had stuff spawn in these tunnels. Well, not these ones over here, yes, but the old ones, no. So this over here, where I was going to take you was actually going to take us out into the archery store. But this point here is our way out. So we've got out of there through the manhole, and now we are free. And I thought that was pretty cool because I wanted to add them, and I did. So we finally have ourselves our little tunnels, and I think we're gonna have to sleep as well. So let's pick an area that we haven't been into in a long time. How about our bakery? Let's go in here just to get rid of the sun. And I always check these chests because there's always cool stuff in them. But when we come up here, do a quick mob check, and we'll get ready to sleep. And then I'll show you what's going on in the caves, because in those caves, I've done a little bit of work just to get the texturing and stuff right. And our next stage will be adding a little bit of light and a little bit of life to it. So that is plants, that is getting a little bit of light in there. And also, by the way, can I just mention how shoddy was my work? We've come a far way since these days. But yeah, I'm very happy with these buildings. They're still very nice buildings. So yeah, what I was saying is I want to add in a bit of light and a bit of life to this build, and that will be through adding in some sneaky hidden glowstones and adding in some bushes, which are probably going to help us quite a bit to actually hide the light. So get up there, and there we go. Look at this. Already looking miles different. Well, if a measurement of distance makes it different, that's where it is. So look at that. That's looking so much better. And then another thing we want to do is get this water over here to go down there. So how does that stream go? Yeah, that stream will work. That'll definitely work for us. So the real point of the light is not really for us to be able to see as much as it is for us to have no mob spawning. Because of course the light, having the low level of light is, for me, an improvement. I like that. I do quite like a low amount of light coming through here, but we don't get that luxury all the time. Oh, I hope that doesn't move us out too much. Let me just get out here. I wanted to put in a ice block over there. Yeah, we could actually do that. How about we just grab some ice and then we'll put it in there, because I think that could work really well. Just getting the light to come through there during the daytime. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. You can see a little bit of it coming through there. And I think that's all we need, just so that when we come down here, let's get rid of one of these torches. You can see that it's daytime, a little bit of light's coming in there. Now, in fact, if I put a block of, a little sheet of snow on top of that, so one of these snow layers on top there, I reckon that would actually almost cover the majority of that up. I also actually was thinking of adding in a few of these here, which will stop the spawning and also I think just add a little bit of a better look to this build. Yeah, look at that. Just a few little things in there, and then we'll go a few extra heights on some of them. That'll work. That'll definitely work. Okay, now what we can do is get into that lighting thing that I was talking about, the little trick with glowstone that I like to use. So if we go down here, we'll put in one of these here and put in a piece of glowstone over there. Okay, so then what I do, this is my trick, by the way, that I find works fantastically. If we do that there and we add in some leaves, which I think I should have in this shulker box here, we'll use the birch. I think that'll be good just because they look a little bit washed out. And I think that's what we would be looking for in a cave like this. The very dull leaves. And you can see, you can't see where the corner is. And you can just tell that there's light coming from here. But you don't know where. And that's what I like about this. I want to do another one up here just to make sure there's no spawning of zombies, or most importantly, no spawning of creepers. Because that's our killer. That's the big one. The creeper. I'll happily fight a zombie. I'll happily die to a zombie. But not to a creeper. They are the worst. The bane of our existence. And maybe we'll just put one over here. Like one out there. There. Good. And go up there. Perfect. And now we can successfully hide this light without actually showing the light. And in fact, up here, it's not even too important because you won't be coming up here too much. So let's have a look at that. There, that's good. So we've got a bit there, and we'll add in a bit over here. And maybe a few more around the place. Then what I want to do as well is I want to add in a bit of other life. So what I mentioned in the beginning were ferns, and I think what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of a garden over here. Not much, but a little bit of something just to finish it off. Oh man, this place is starting to come along a little bit better than what it was before, and I kind of had a little stage where I thought, you know what, this might not turn out anywhere near where I thought it would, and to be honest, it didn't turn out anywhere near what I thought it would be turning out to, but you know what? That's the way it is. I guess that's the way. Sometimes things turn out great. Sometimes things don't turn out too good. And I think this one turned out a lot better than what it should have. And also not as great as I planned on it. But I think it still looks pretty damn good. Let's just take a step back. And maybe what I can do is I can also have a look and see what I can do to improve a few things. But I think this is a successful underground biome, in my opinion. So what I want to do to just complete it is add in a little bit more color and a little bit more life as well to it. As I said, I want to get some ferns in here. I want to get maybe a bit of grass, a few tufts of grass around here and there, just because I think that'll vastly improve it. And then I was also thinking what would be kind of cool is just having a few of the light pink tulips. You know, the pink tulips, they're just that light pink. And I think that would look really cool just on here. So let's get out some of these from our trusty green shulker box. I think I had some. Or only white tulips. I'm going to have to go and grab some pink tulips. Alright, I got some of them, and I also thought I might as well do some of these as well around here. Now, in the next episode, why I am very excited for it, because of course it is episode 200, which is absolutely crazy. And also, it's an episode that a lot of people do look forward to, not only because of the big number that we've got this one, but also because of the fact that it's a time for us to go walk around our world. And I want to just try this quickly. Jungle sapling. I like it. Let's leave it there. Yeah, we can take a bit of time and walk around our world and just chat and just discuss what we're going to be doing in the future, what we plan on doing in this world and potentially in the series as well. Just what is going on next. And that's why I absolutely love this world so, and why most people do. And also, it's just a bit of time to catch up, you know? If you've missed a few episodes, it kind of catches you up on the past 20 episodes, and it's just a great time. So, I think, for today, guys, because I'm so super excited for the next episode, so I can't wait to show you guys that. For today, we're going to call this episode done, and I think this will be a mini biome completed in our mountain, which I think has turned out quite good. So, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!